a journal of 2 visits made to some nations of Indians on the west side of the river, Ohio, by the Reverend David Jones, February 6th, 1773, continued. February 6th of the year 1773 entry, continued. Before I proceed to give an account of my travels to the Delaware Indians, shall describe the genius, customs, government, and religion of this nation, as far as opportunity and information allow me. If anything happens to be misrepresented, shall make no other apology than it was not designed. Genius. The Shawnees are naturally an active and sensible people, not possessing a dull imagination in some kind of sculpture or hieroglyphics, if the false faces used by their monitos are of their own formation, for nothing can bear a much more shocking aspect. They are the most cheerful and merry people that ever I saw. The cares of this life, which are such an enemy to us, seem not to have yet entered their mind. It appears as if some kind of drollery was their chief study. Consequently, both men and women in laughing exceed any nation that ever came under my notice. At the same time, perhaps, they are the most deceitful that exist in human shape. As it is common to judge of others by ourselves, so these Indians, from a consciousness of their own deceit, are very suspicious of us having some design to enslave them. This made me fare the worse, for they surmised that the white people had sent me as a spy. It is said of the Cretans that they were always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. Perhaps this may be as justly applied to the Shawnees. This I found to be a craft among them, that when they imagined anything in their own heart about you, they would say someone told them such things, and all this cunning is to find out your thoughts about them. In common, they are men of good stature, rather more slender than the Delawares. These, as well as other Indians, are of timorous spirits, far from possessing anything heroic. Consequently, they seek all advantages in war, and never engage without a manifest prospect of victory. There is little danger of their being saucy, if there is not more than a double number. 'Tis true that they killed many in the last war, but great part were timorous women feared more than half dead at their fight, or else persons void of arms to defend themselves. 'Tis pretty evident to me that this will not be the case any more. For last war the fear of them was upon us, but the Lord has changed the case, for the fear of us is fallen on them, that they are in almost a similar case to the inhabitants of Jericho when besieged by the Israelites. And from hence we may judge, as Rahab did, that the Lord is on our side, and will in his own time bring the heathens into subjugation. We at Blue Horse Theatre would like to mention that the Reverend Jones has combined many logical fallacies in his arguments, but which would have been believed during 1773 as features of a world-view designed to convert fear into moral confidence. This is a classic piece of providential conquest rhetoric. For reference, the story of Rahab from the 2nd chapter of Joshua in the Old Testament of the Bible follows. This is not part of the Reverend Jones's book. Let's take a look at the passage in the Bible that the Reverend David Jones is referring to about the person Rahab in 2 Joshua chapter 2. And Joshua the son of Nun sent out of Shittim 2 men to spy secretly, saying, Go view the land, even Jericho. And they went and came into an harlot's house, named Rahab, and lodged there. And it was told the king of Jericho, saying, Behold, there came men in hither tonight of the children of Israel to search out the country. 3. And the king of Jericho sent unto Rahab, saying, Bring forth the men that are come to thee, which are entered into thine house, for they be come to search out all the country. 4. And the woman took the 2 men, and hid them, and said thus, There came men unto me, but I wist not whence they were. 5. And it came to pass about the time of shutting of the gate, when it was dark, that the men went out. Whither the men went, I wot not. Pursue after them quickly, for ye shall overtake them. 6. But she had brought them up to the roof of the house, and hid them with the stalks of flax, which she had laid in order upon the roof. 7. And the men pursued after them the way to Jordan unto the fords, and as soon as they which pursued after them were gone out, they shut the gate. 8. And before they were laid down, she came up unto them upon the roof. 9. And she said unto the men, I know that the Lord hath given you the land, and that your terror is fallen upon us, and that all the inhabitants of the land faint because of you. 10. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you, when ye came out of Egypt, and what ye did unto the 2 kings of the Amorites, that were on the other side Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. 11. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man, because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in heaven above, and in earth beneath. 12. Now therefore, I pray you, swear unto me by the Lord, since I have showed you kindness, that ye will also show kindness unto my father's house, and give me a true token. 13. And that ye will save alive my father, and my mother, and my brethren, and my sisters, and all that they have, and deliver our lives from death. 14. And the men answered her, Our life for yours, if ye utter not this our business. And it shall be, when the Lord hath given us the land, that we will deal kindly and truly with thee. 15. Then she let them down by a cord through the window, for her house was upon the town wall, and she dwelt upon the wall. 16. And she said unto them, Get you to the mountain, lest the pursuers meet you, and hide yourselves there 3 days, until the pursuers be returned, and afterward may ye go your way. 17. And the men said unto her, We will be blameless of this thine oath, which thou hast made us swear. 18. Behold, when we come into the land, thou shalt bind this line of scarlet thread in the window which thou didst let us down by. And thou shalt bring thy father, and thy mother, and thy brethren, and all thy father's household, home unto thee. 19. And it shall be, that whosoever shall go out of the doors of thy house into the street, his blood shall be upon his head, and we will be guiltless. And whosoever shall be with thee in the house, his blood shall be on our head, if any hand be upon him. 20. And if thou utter this our business, then we will be quit of thine oath, which thou hast made us to swear. 21. And she said, According unto your words, so be it. And she sent them away, and they departed, and she bound the scarlet line in the window. 22. And they went, and came unto the mountain, and abode there 3 days, until the pursuers were returned. And the pursuers sought them throughout all the way, but found them not. 23. So the 2 men returned, and descended from the mountain, and passed over, and came to Joshua the son of Nun, and told him all things that befell them. 24. And they said unto Joshua, Truly the Lord hath delivered into our hands all the land, for even all the inhabitants of the country do faint because of us.